I feel a warm energy coming up my shoulders into my throat.
Okay. Let's see if we can identify that warm energy. Is that warm energy a healing energy or is it something else?
No, it's not healing. It feels like a hand that's grabbing my throat, so I can't breathe.
Okay. And is that a male or a female energy?
Male.
And what does this male energy have a name?
He won't tell me.
Okay. And this male energy, how did this male energy lose its body? How did it die?
Violent.
What happened to you that caused you to lose your body?
Wreck.
You were in a car wreck? What part of your body was impacted the most in that wreck?
I want to say I lost my head.
Yes. So I'm going to have the angels that are here with me begin to bring in the energies that you need to repair any damage from that wreck. They are repairing any damage to the head, any damage to the throat, just reconstructing your body back to divine perfection, bringing in any healing energies that you need.
I feel light waves, like when my eyes are closed, I can feel the ripples of the white light.
Very good. Beautiful. And so as that energy flows in, tell me how that feels. Does that bring you any relief? Speaking to the spirit in the throat.
He doesn't want to leave.
Okay, I understand.
He doesn't want to go.
I understand, sweetheart. We're here to help you. We're not here to hurt you in any way. I want to do this. I want to understand a little bit more about you. Tell me if you can recall your name.
Keep seeing Bob.
Bob. Bob, tell me how old you were when you lost your life. Do you remember?
36.
Bob, were you the only one there in the wreck or were there others with you?
There were others. We were drinking.
I see. And so, Bob, how long has it been that you've been there with Allison? What age was she when you attached to her?
7.
And as you've been there with her for a while, Bob, can you tell me a little bit about what issues that you've been causing for her?
She talks too much. She should be quiet more, listen more. So I help her.
And you block her throat.
When I don't like what she has to say.
What else do you do there, Bob?
We have fun.
What kind of fun?
I just make sure she enjoys things. She has friends and has a good time. I know how to have a good time.
You do. Do you ever get her into trouble?
Yes.
Yeah. And it seems that you were having a good time in your life, but that didn't end very well for you, did it?
Touche.
Bob, I want to help you because it can't be very comfortable being stuck and trapped in another person. How does it feel for you in there?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I don't know where else to go.
Well, that's what I'm here for today, is to help you get back to the life that you were truly meant to have. And it wasn't meant to be stuck in another person. Bob, I want you to look around and I want you to tell me if you see that bright white light of source.
It's over there.
And as you look into that light, I want you to notice who's there waiting for you.
Shirley.
Who is Shirley?
My girlfriend.
What does she say to you?
She says, come on, it's time.
Bob, are you ready to be with Shirley and to get back to the next part of your journey when you choose to have on your own?
I'm worried about Allison.
Allison's going to be just fine. We're going to get her nice and clear today. We're going to help her to release the energies that she needs to release. She's going to be okay. Tell me how you're feeling.
She's sad a lot.
Yeah.
It makes me sad too. And then we both get sad, and it's hard for her to get out of it.
Yes. So even though you've been with her trying to help, it does make it harder for her. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she needs to be clear of all these energies so that she can tap back into who she truly is. Would you agree with that?
I still don't want to go.
I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to speak with you and just to help you understand how it's affecting her if you stay attached to her. Tell me what he says.
He wants me to come with him. I'm scared. I don't know what's out there. I know what's here. This is comfortable.
I see. So, Michael, can you share with Bob what life will be like once he disconnects from Allison? What will he experience?
Freedom. Freedom. You don't have freedom now. Please go.
Allison, what would you like to tell Bob? What do you want to say to him?
Thank you, but it is time for me to go. It really is. I need you to leave so I can move on and not be so sad. I can't be sad for me and you too anymore. Please. Please go home. You go home and I'll stay here and finish. Okay.
I'm going to ask your guidance team, all of the beautiful beings that are working with Allison here on the earth plane. I'm going to ask them all to step forward, just allowing Bob to see how surrounded in love Allison is, how safe and protected she is. Tell me, Bob, what you see.
I'm resisting this. I feel a resistance.
You feel like Allison is resisting or Bob is resisting?
Bob won't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to shake him out.
Bob, if you stay stuck in there, you're just holding her back in her life. Do you understand that? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Bob, are you ready to release your energy today? Go home with your girlfriend, back to the light, back to freedom, and allow Allison to begin to heal in the way she needs to heal. Can we do that today?
Yes.
Okay. So, Bob, I'm going to have Archangel Michael place the net of light around you in the throat very gently, and that net is going to simply assist you in disconnecting your energy. Bob, I want you to begin to pull all of your energy out of the throat, pulling it all out of any additional energy centers that you're attached to. Michael is going to use that net to very gently pull you up and out of the body. Raphael will pulse in healing lights and energy to assist with that disconnection. And I'm also going to ask Raphael to bring in any additional healing energies that you need, Bob. Any heart healing that you need. Any love that you need to feel. Tell me, Bob, when you fully disconnected all of your energy.
I'm out.
Beautiful. Bob, is there anything that you want to say to Allison before you go?
Thank you. It's been fun. Take care of those kiddos.
And Bob, you'll be able to check in on Allison anytime you want. You're simply still on the other side, just like you were within her. You can pop in and check on her if you'd like. Okay? And you can send her love from the other side. Allison, anything that you want to say to Bob before he goes?
I wish you love and wellness and light. Goodbye.
Very good. Bob, I'm going to have all the beautiful angels just surround you, just helping you to get back to the next part of your journey, the healing that you need. And we send you with so much love. You doing okay? Okay, you're doing a great job. So let's begin to bring in some energy to that throat. What color do we want to use there?
Yellow.
Mm-hmm. Bringing in that joyful yellow energy, bringing in that joyful yellow energy right there into the throat, asking the guides, Kuan Yin, to begin to expand all of that energy into the throat, transmuting any residual energies left by Bob. I'm going to ask Michael to cut any cords or connections. I'm going to ask Michael to also scan through the body or the auric field, checking for any open portals that might need to be shut, closing those. And as that yellow energy flows in, it's going to open up that throat chakra. It's going to allow you to begin to very easily speak your truth in a balanced way, allowing you to be heard, to feel heard, to be able to say the things that you need and want to say. Tell me how that throat feels now.
Lighter.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. So that energy is going to continue to work. And let's check on the back of the shoulders. Is that energy in the back of the shoulders, is that in any way connected to Bob, or is that something else?
Okay. I think it was Bob.
I was thinking those two were connected. So we're just going to bring that yellow energy back in those shoulders, making sure that any residual energy in that area is cleaned up and released as well. Very good. And so as you gaze in front of you in this garden, you notice that there's a little stone path that winds through the garden and off into the distance. And you want to find out more about what is at the bottom of that path in this place. And as you make your way down this path and further into the garden, I want you to look around and tell me if there is anything that you notice or anything that stands out to you in this place.
Cathedral windows and a door.
Cathedral windows and a door. Tell me
like
more.
a little chapel.
Mm-hmm. Chapel.
Outdoor, not with a roof or anything, but just kind of like a little outdoor sanctuary area.
Mm-hmm.
There's a labyrinth to the left. And I'm torn which way to go. I want to go to the door, but I want to go to the labyrinth.
Tell me what draws your attention more.
The curiosity of what's on the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm. Allow yourself to open that door and step inside and tell me what you see.
There's a party, but it's all animals. It's like bunnies and cats and lots of animals.
You said it's a party. Tell me what's happening with these animals.
I think it's a birthday party
Mm-hmm.
for the owl. They're celebrating. They're welcoming me.
Tell me what you look like in this place. Do you feel male or female?
I feel like Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What are you wearing on your body?
I was just thinking that. I was trying to figure out what I was wearing. I was thinking, but it's just a sundress. It's something I would wear around the house. White. I have on gold necklaces, like a mala bead.
Beautiful. And so you're there at a birthday party for an owl and they're welcoming you. Tell me a little bit more about what you see or what you notice.
It's a celebration for like an initiation.
Oh, I see. What's the
Yeah.
initiation for?
Me and the owl.
Mm-hmm. How are the two of you connected?
The day that I had my Kundalini activation, he came and sat down on the fence at the gate of the house. And when we pulled in from our vacation, there was an owl sitting there on the gate. And he looked right at me and I looked right at him. And that night is the night that I had the activation. So I think he's coming to congratulate me for the trip that we've been on.
Amazing. So is this owl, is this like one of your guides or what is your connection to each other?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. And so what can he share with you about that Kundalini activation?
The path to enlightenment starts there. To be wise. She's done lots of work. We're very proud. We're all glad Bob's gone.
What's Bob been doing to her?
Have you ever met a grumpy old man?
I think I did today.
Bob was just a grumpy old man.
He was having a bit of a struggle, wasn't he?
I think she'll do much better now.
Very good. Is that going to help her balance out her emotions a little bit now that he's gone?
Yes.
Was he the cause of a lot of that?
Yes. Okay. The negative in her head was him, for the most part. He was just grumpy and frumpy, and I think we'll do much better now.
Very good. And so she had just a very intense experience with this Kundalini activation. What else can you tell her about what that experience was about or what it activated within her? What does she need to know?
She's stubborn. And so we knew that if we didn't use something physical in the 3 days, she would not be jolted into research or learning or trying to evolve. So we've waited for her to ask to begin the path, and now that she has, we've decided to take the opportunity.
Very good. And did she also receive a pineal gland activation during that time?
Yes, that's what happened.
Okay. And so after she had that experience, she began connecting with people who had crossed over. What can you tell her about that?
She's always had the gift. She just has ignored it. She just didn't know what it was. She's very telepathic. She doesn't believe that that's what she's hearing, but that is it.
Is this a gift that she should work on tapping into a little bit more, that telepathy?
Yes, it's like a muscle.
Mm-hmm. And tell her how she can activate that more.
Raising her vibration will be much easier now with the entity removed. We will be able to help keep her at a vibration in which she will be able to utilize those gifts. Her sadness and her sacral chakra overexposure with Bob should subside, and she'll be able to focus more on the things that she needs to do to use that muscle to be better at using her skills and her gifts.
Very good. And she wants to know, during that Kundalini activation, the strings on her husband's guitar pops. What caused that to happen?
I believe she just wants validation of the energetic exchange, that it wasn't just mental, it was also physical.
Mm-hmm. Was she creating a lot of energy during that?
Yes.
Okay.
It jolts or has voltage. Energy has voltage and frequency. And the frequencies were so high. That's what caused the guitar string and that incident to happen.
Very good. So, speaking of her gifts and abilities, she said she knows she's very empathic, but she feels like she doesn't have any other special gifts and talents. What can you share with her about that?
We choose things before we come, and she chose the ones that she has, the telepathy and the empathy, and those are all fitting of her birth signs and her connection. As she raises her vibration and as she evolves in her education of spiritual studies, there will be names that she can put on things that she's able to do that she will learn as we go.
Very good. And she feels very drawn to helping people. What does she need to know about that? Is that part of her path moving forward?
Yes. It makes me laugh that she continues to ask the same things over and over again. She's a teacher. She will be teaching when the time is right. She will help many, many people. She wants to know exactly the roadmap. And the more she asks, the less we want to tell her because we think it's funny. Because she continues to ask the same things.
Well, what can you share with her today that'll give her a little bit of knowledge about maybe what she'll be teaching or what direction
The
she should
astrology
go?
for sure is going to be a part of it, but it's going to evolve. It's the basis. Um, there are still modalities of healing yet to be announced to the world. And sound healing is definitely one of the things she should learn about, and incorporating the sound of the planets through the zodiac with the sound of the instruments of the gong or the crystal bowls, or these are all things that now sound weird or different. And that is her hang up, because she doesn't want to be weird or different, and she doesn't want people to judge her for what she does. As the mainstream changes and things change, we will be able to, it will be more mainstream for people to offer the services that she's learning right now.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, she doesn't see the functionality of learning services that she can't sell. Trust us. Time will be there.
And so, what are some steps that she can start to take to develop these skills or to work towards learning these modalities that are important to her?
Continuing on the path of astrology, human design, and gene keys mixed in with the sound modalities will give her the base structure and function for her future.
Very good. And so, one of her questions is she feels a little bit lost. She's wanting to find her passion, wanting to get a little bit more of a solid direction. What does she need to understand about where she is right now and the process for her moving forward?
I think she's anxious, and I think she will be fine. She will be fine as far as getting things done in the right manner. She has healing to do, and she wants to skip over that part. She wants to move on to the the work and the teaching and all of this, but there's still healing that needs to be done and learning that needs to take place. So I feel if she continues to heal herself and keep that as a priority and not neglect herself for everybody else, then she'll be able to incorporate that healing into her life and then be able to teach other people how to do that.
Very good. And what is the best way that she can really focus on her healing? What does she really need to work on?
Stop ignoring herself. Listen to her voice. Listen to her own voice and realize how important the solar plexus being blocked and the throat being blocked has been a detriment to her. She was not able to hear herself, have her authority in her soul, and then speak her truth because she didn't know her truth. It was through a filter. Now that the filter's clean, I feel like she'll be able to listen to that soul again and learn that she has to put herself first. If she doesn't put herself on that priority list, then she can never advance in the direction she wants to go. So making herself a priority is teaching her that she's worthy. In turn, will teach others that they are worthy.
Very good. And so, as she works on her healing and her studies, she would love to be able to eventually do this healing work full time. How will she be able to merge what she's currently doing to bring in income and support for her family with these new modalities? What does she need to know about that?
She really is supposed to have a YouTube channel or some kind of marketing to where people can see what the astrology session looks like. Because if they don't see what it looks like, they don't feel like it's important. They don't understand the benefit of it. So I feel like she's able to do it. She has the resources. We've given her everything she needs. She just has to make the effort in that direction and not be distracted by all the other directions. When she builds the YouTube channel, she'll be able to have the experience of not only reading the different charts, but helping other people learn charts by them being able to watch her read their chart. And I really think that will help her get the word out about astrology, for one, as a modality, because it is the basis of the I Ching. It is the basis of the gene keys. It is the basis of the human design. It all leads back to the astrology. So the more she learns about that, and she will fit into several different categories of study and have a tribe and have a soul family to be able to share these things with. Her sadness and her problem has been not thinking anybody cares about what she has to say. So, and as soon as we can build the confidence up in her to be able to have that direction and she uses it, I think everything's going to line out for her the way she wants.
Very good. She's begun a process of automatic writing, bringing through some channeling. She wants to make sure that she's not connecting with any lower vibrational beings. What does she need to know when she's doing her automatic writing to make sure she's connecting to her highest guidance?
The intention. It's the missing piece, having a set routine or a ritual to be able to say, I'm sitting down to write for this purpose, with this question, or with this intention. Once that's connected to and prayed upon, then it will set a sacred container. And then once that time is done, once that effort is put in consistently, she'll notice the difference.
Very good. And could you share with her who she's been connecting with through her automatic writing so far? She says sometimes she can sort of hear a little bit of a voice change, if you will. Are these her guides? Are these other beings?
There's two galactics that talk to us. And one is kinetic, and one is Kaylee. Kaylee. I miss the name in translation sometimes. They're Pleiadian.
Very good. Would you say that is one of her main soul origin points, the Pleiades?
Yes, and Arcturian is the other.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else that she needs to know about channeling or automatic writing?
Practice. Set intentions and practice. And not to doubt herself.
Very good. She said she had a psychic tell her once that there was an entity in her home that was trying to connect with her 12-year-old daughter. Can we check the home and make sure that there are no entities or anything in the home that needs to be removed?
I believe there was a cord attached to her mother. Her mother has a demon.
Oh, okay.
And the cord is with her daughter. So when Allison did the cleansing and removed all of the pictures of her mother and did the salt, she removed it. But we have to protect all of them from that thing.
Is there anything that we can do in today's session to assist her mother with removing that demon? Is there anything Archangel Michael can do?
I've asked if I can help remove it before, and it does not want to be removed, and it does not want to talk to me.
Okay. Would her mother ever be open to any of this type of work, or is she
probably
not at that level? Okay.
She would think it was made up.
All right. And so is the mother's demon, is that the reason that she had such a difficult relationship with her mother? Has she had that attachment most of her life?
Yeah.
Okay. And so that experience that we looked at early in life where she was so angry, is that being controlled by that demon? Is that what's causing her to lash out?
Part of us wants to say yes, and part of us wants to say no, that she was bad anyway, but that doesn't make it any better, and it doesn't help the situation.
Okay. Anything that she needs to know or understand about her relationship with her mother?
This is the hardest one. Because she tries to be selfless, and she tries to be understanding and she's made excuses for her mom all her life. And at some point, we said no more. No more. we will protect you. You are not going to let that woman in your life anymore. She's hurt you enough. If she gets help, we might allow her back around her, but there's no good that comes of it. No good.
And so she wonders about, she's created these boundaries around her family, and she just wonders if she should continue on that way with that sort of shielding.
Time is all it needs, is time.
Okay.
It'll never be the same. Because the only reason that there were happy times was because she was unhappy. Allison was unhappy, making her mother happy. We can't allow Allison to be unhappy anymore, or she's not going to be able to complete her mission. She has to be away from her to be happy. Because that's the one thing that her mother does not want.
Would you say that that's the demon controlling her that's making her not want her happiness, or is that part of her own trauma?
It's a narcissism response to not ever having to share attention with anyone. Allison's the first person that Cindy ever had to share attention with. And even, her dad and her husband both for the first time gave someone else attention instead of her. It's not Allison's fault. It would have been, if Lindsay was born first, it would have been Lindsay that was the one that was treated this way. She shouldn't take it personal. So that, yes, the demon makes it worse, but it is a trauma response from growing up and not having parents and being that way. If there's ever going to be any integration, it's going to have to come from both parties, maybe with a therapist. I don't know if it's possible. I feel like the more that we let Allison try, the more Cindy's going to take advantage of it and steamroll or sabotage all the progress we've made.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So she's doing good where she is right now with the relationship.
It will get better with time. It won't be so dramatically different.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll never be the same that it was.
Okay.
And that just needs to be mourned and let go.
Very good. And she wonders if there's any family trauma healing around alcohol that's needed. She worries a little bit about that.
I think that's used as a lesson and a medicine. I feel she's fine. I know that there will be issues with her sons.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's lessons that they'll have to learn and she'll have to watch. And it will be painful, but she will have to watch and she will have to help. And she will just learn that she can do it differently. She doesn't have to ridicule and shame people to get them to change their behavior. Because that's how she was raised, with ridicule and shame to rectify her behavior. So going forward with her boys, she will have to learn to detach a little, love a lot, and try to figure out a way to mentor without hovering or being too involved. Family healing trauma. I don't know if there's not a way to avoid it, I don't think.
Very good. Very good. So she was wondering if there's any specific past life experiences that can sort of expedite any current lessons in this life. Any lessons from the past you can bring into this one?
I think we brought up the man.
Mm-hmm.
with the wheelchair as her example to fulfill this question.
Okay. Very good. And what about any other lives that she has gifts that she can integrate into this current life?
I think she's pretty much tuned in and woke to the gifts and the intentions of the spirit, tuning in and learning the subtleties of the differences in those areas. Her voice is a very big gift of hers that she neglects. As she learns to use the sound healing with her voice, it will make things different. I think the voice is the gift she needs to try to spend a little more time on.
Mm-hmm. How can she work on her voice?
As she learns chants and drums, crystal bowls, incorporating her voice with those instruments will be a convergence of spirit for those able to witness.
Very good. She wants to know if there are any messages from her spirit team.
We operate through the higher self with her because she knows she knows her own voice. The galactics we've mentioned. We don't name names. Energies I know she can feel. She's learning to discern them. She has quite the group here. I wish she could see.
Tell her a little bit about who's here with her today.
Both of her grandparents, her papa and her grandpa, Hagen, her guardian angel. They all love her.
Beautiful. Any messages that her grandparents, her grandfathers have for her?
I guess if I don't say it, I won't be able to hear it on the recording, will I?
You won't. You have to say it.
They're just proud of us. They're proud of me. Papa just called you Big Buddy and said that he was so proud of all your hard work. He knows that you're doing as best you can. He's so proud of me. They want me to know that they're all here to help me. They're all glad Bob's gone.
I think we're all glad that Bob's gone.
Oh my God.
Bob was causing some trouble. Oh goodness. Well, thank you so much for all those beautiful messages. And it's nice to know she's got such a powerful and amazing team around her. Let's take a look at some of these health issues and just see if there's anything that we need to know or any healing that's needed. Let's check on that thyroid that she's had some issues with. What can you tell me about what's going on with that?
I keep telling her this, and I don't know why she won't listen. It's not about her thyroid. It's about her gut. It's about what she's eating. When you eat grease and when you eat sugar and when you eat these things, it attacks your body. So I really need her to get on board with me and stop it with the grease and the fried food. I know you're from the South. You cannot have that. It's killing in moderation. You can have it in moderation, yes. But you have got to get those things out of the system or the system is not going to work right. It's plain and simple.
Tell her what the best things for her body to eat is.
Fresh fruits and vegetables. Definitely. She enjoys chicken and broccoli and rice. She enjoys those foods. It's just convenience and the family that doesn't want her to have it. And so instead of cooking 2 meals, she allows the other people, she always puts everybody else in front of her. She knows what she wants to do. She knows what she needs to do, but she chooses because that's what they all want. So she just needs to stand up for herself, and her solar plexus was weak. She's had a weak solar plexus. So as we grow that muscle and as we fill that solar plexus with light, she won't need as much food. She won't need those kinds of food. She won't have those cravings.
Very good. So change the diet on the thyroid, and the mental health, lots of anxiety and emotional, which we have identified was partly Bob, but anything else that she needs to know or understand?
I think the rest of it is her diet. It's
okay.
the hormones and the way that your TA, the hormones of the thyroid, that medicine that you take, they get blocked by different foods that you eat. So you have to eat the right things at the right time to make sure the medicine works.
Okay.
She doesn't like rules.
It's hard sometimes. What about the vision in the right eye? Seems to be getting worse, like doubling at times. What's causing that?
I'm perplexed by that. I don't really know. I think, is there a spiritual reason that the eye could be blocked? A spiritual, like in the path?
So ask Archangel Raphael if he can help shed some light on what's going on with the eye. Is there a spiritual reason? Is there something there in the right eye that's blocking? Is there any attachments?
It's being used in another dimension.
Okay.
Part of her vision is being used elsewhere, so she can't have all of it here.
Is that, explain a little bit more about how that works, please.
She's cognizant in a different dimension and using partial use of her vision there.
Is this a different fractal of her, a different aspect of her?
A version.
Version.
Dimensionally.
Okay.
Not future, parallel version.
Mm-hmm. And so why is it that that version needs to use part of her vision in this lifetime?
Something to do with the third eye. The third eye chakra.
Is the third eye chakra of that version blocked?
Yeah.
Is there anything that we can do in this session to help unblock that aspect's third eye so that she can get her vision back in this lifetime?
Meditation is all I hear.
Okay.
Meditation.
And when she meditates, is there any intentions or any specific focus she should do?
Would it make sense if her third eye chakra was too open here? Do we need to close it some? I need to see someone specializes in that because I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, let's ask the higher self to verify. Is her third eye being open here? Is that affecting the eye? Is there any energies that we can bring in this session to bring some of that vision back?
I think she needs a crystal.
Okay. What crystal can we place in that third eye?
Clear quartz.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask the guides and angels that are working with us today to place a beautiful clear quartz crystal right there in the third eye, bringing that energy center into balance and alignment. And also, if we can place a clear quartz crystal in that other aspect's third eye as well, and bring that energy center into balance and alignment so that the eyes can balance out in both lives. Tell me what happens or what you notice or what you feel.
I feel the I see the rippling waves of white light again.
Tell me when you feel like that's complete.
Okay.
All right, good. Will that crystal possibly help with this eye? Will it bring it back or return some of the vision, maybe?
Mm-hmm. It'll definitely make it feel stronger.
Okay, very good.
It feels weak.
We'll just ask the guides and the angels if they can continue just pulsing some energy into that eye even after this session, making sure that that eye becomes nice and strong. So she wants to know if there's any messages or information about her children or their spiritual evolution.
All her children are special. They have gifts that will be used later. She's been a great custodian of their knowledge and in not suppressing it, letting them be. There are no concerns. They will all be fine. They will each grow in their different way and have their own families. This is the lifetime that she can actually have her kids, and it's okay. Nothing's gonna happen to them. She's safe.
Very good.
Yeah.
Anything about each one specifically that she needs to know that would be helpful?
I just want to suggest to her to read their charts more closely. She needs to spend time with each one of them, meditating on their chart and working their chart with the child. And in doing so, that will build up a bond for each one. And as you learn and grow with them and read their chart to them and teach their chart to them, they will teach you because they are very highly advanced. So you'll be able to notice things in their chart that are going to be issues and things that need to be done. But you'll know the patterns, you'll know the cycles. So just spend time with them in their chart individually.
Very good. And she wants to know if there's any messages that can help her husband's spiritual evolution.
It's time for Josh to make his own decision if he wants to continue to learn. He's at a plateau. We've gone as far as we can with him where he is. If he wants to progress, he's going to have to put in the work for himself. Whether that be Reiki classes, astrology classes, whatever modality of healing he would like to learn. We've gone as far as we can without his participation.
She said she feels like their connection was a divine union. What can you share with her about that?
It was about Maddox. Maddox needed to be here. That's why they have the same mission.
So do you feel like he may not choose to grow spiritually?
I think he will eventually. It's just maybe not timing right now. He's the breadwinner while she's learning, and so later on she'll be the breadwinner while he learns.
Very good. Very good. Is there any final messages or any additional healing that's needed in today's session?
I think we're centered. I don't feel out of balance anywhere.
Beautiful. Any final messages her guides would like to bring through for her today?
Consistency. Just that word. She's amazing at developing systems and creating systems, and she's very, very good at that. But the consistency of maintaining it is where we need to work on. That's where we're at. She'll get there.
Very good.